Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Look what I got for you today. I got a really special one. She's a 2023 Cadillac CT5-V. Yeah, and this one is the Blackwing edition. She's got that V8 under the hood, making 668 horsepower. She's black and beautiful, and it's backed up with the 6-speed. She is a gorgeous car. Now, the more I look at this car, the more I fall in love with it. I mean, look at the front end of this thing. Can you imagine this baby coming up behind you on the expressway? Man, you're just gonna pull over and let it by. Top speed of this thing is 200 miles an hour is what they're telling me. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. I mean, this thing is blistering fast. Now, a buddy of mine's actually had one of these out on the track and said it just tore the track up. They had a blast with it. They were out there running with Porsches and Vettes and everything, and said this Cadillac was right in the mix, man. Can you imagine taking this baby out on the track and having some fun, driving up and down the expressway also? Now, I live about 50 miles from here, and you better hope that I don't get the chance to drive this thing home, because it's only got 9 miles on it right now, and we're gonna keep those miles super low. Hopefully we can get it to you with just a couple more 9 miles just moving around here in the shop. She is a beauty, man. You can see the carbon fiber on the center console with that 6-speed shifter in there. And this is the last year to put that big motor in these cars, so you're not gonna see another Cadillac with that V8 under the hood. Check out this back seat also. I love the diamond stitching in the seats, the piping in the seats. Of course, we got shoulder harnesses in there, headrests. You want to make sure those passengers in the back are strapped in good when you put the hammer down in this thing. Let's see if I can pop the trunk here. Of course, if you're going to make this baby a grocery getter, there's plenty of room for groceries in there, and you can see that even the seats fold down. So if you happen to want to put something a little bit longer, and that trunk is nice and deep, you can fold those seats down and do that. Of course, there's cameras all over it. We're going to look down the side of it here, and she is looking sweet. What's really cool about this thing is there's not a lot of markings on this car. So you're going to be zipping down the expressway, pulling into a parking lot or whatever. Nobody's going to know what it is except cool. And of course, it sounds amazing. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we own every one of our vehicles here, so we do own this 2023, and you can call Tom anytime and he'll tell you all about it. All right, we're in the Caddy now, and it's nasty out. Plus, this thing doesn't have any miles on it, so we're not going to drive it. I am going to fire it up for you, though. You got to push in on the clutch and push in on the brake. Just hit and hold that button for a second, and it'll fire itself up. And then look at the cameras. Isn't that cool? It's got all the way around. You can see all the way around the car. Then, of course, the dash here, when we had the hood open, it showed the hood up. And then when my cameraman was walking around the outside, it actually showed him all the way around the car. So all kind of safety features. This thing's got more gizmos on it than you can even count. You're gonna have to get on the net, watch some videos, look at some information. I mean, it'd take you a month of Sundays to figure out everything this car will do. One thing I know it will do is it is one fast mother, man. I think it's at 11.5 1/4, 3.6, 0 to 60. Stopping distance, I mean, the thing is an amazing piece of equipment here. And don't forget, last year for the big V8 in the Cadillac, baby. So this is gonna be one collector's item. I'd drive it. I just got done telling my cameraman, who's also my oldest son, I said, man, I don't know, maybe. I'm a Mustang guy, but man, I'm in love with this thing. So give us a call anytime. We can deliver it anywhere in the world. 248-974-9513, and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive. All right, we're underneath the Blackwing now, and man, is there some cool engineering going on under here. First of all, look at this muffler, man. This thing is gigantic. And then it looks like it's got active exhaust too. I see these little bellows right here. Probably turns on these other ones, probably makes a little more noise, or probably opens up at higher RPM. I'm not sure exactly. And then we got the independent rear suspension here. We just looked it up. It's telling us a 373 gear in here, and I guarantee you, you get into the throttle, both these tires are gonna spin. As you can see, we got disc brakes. Now this thing has actually got the active brakes on it, so when you get on a little hill, it being a manual, it'll actually apply the brakes so you won't have to do the little dance with your feet. Very, very cool. You see the exhaust is all tucked up in here. I mean, everything's covered up, looking sweet. 6-speed manual transmission. We've talked about that quite a bit. Of course, these are the cats. Everything under here. Then the old LT4 up front here. This front suspension's really cool too. It doesn't really have like a typical lower control arm. It's got two. And you see the way they're all, and I'm sure that's all for steering. But I mean, there's a lot of engineering here. Then those gigantic brake calipers right there. Beautiful. And you can see just a couple of super fine scratches here. The nose hasn't been touched. It's pretty low to the ground, so you want to keep it away from the curb. And it does have a camera up front, so I'm sure you can probably see up front through that camera. Then these wheels are just killer. We got the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and there it is, 275/35 19s up front. And then look at that black paint glistening, man. Now, one of the things that I read is the rockers on the Blackwing are shiny. They're a matte finish on the other car. Then out back here, we have got a bunch of rubber back here. Again, Michelin 305/30 19s out back here. And again, the Pilot Sport 4S's. We're gonna lower this thing down, take a look at that LT4 under the hood. All right, under the hood here, we've got the LT4. This baby is supercharged, making 668 horsepower. It is a real beast, man. And you can see everything under here looking sweet as can be, clean as a whistle. Super cool car right here, guys. Like I said, I talked to one of my buddies who's had it out on a racetrack and just had a blast with it. Especially being the V8. They say it's the last time you're gonna see a V8 in one of these high performance Cadillacs. The 6-speed, super rare, of course, black on black, and of course, you know this baby's got air conditioning, power brakes, anti-lock brakes, the whole 9 yards. It actually has rev matching too with the, so when you take it, like say you're downshifting, you're in 6th gear, you want to drop down to 4th, you just pull it in 4th and the motor will rev match for you. You don't have to hit or burp the accelerator. So super, super cool car here. I just hate it that I'm not going to be able to drive it because we're going to leave this thing super low mileage for you guys. Hopefully we get one in here soon. It's got some miles on it so I can get it out on the road and see what it'll do. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.